Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Jack Barton and I'm on a mission to help you guys with your wedding planning. I'm here today in the really pretty village of Wansford, which is about 10 minutes away from the city of Peterborough and about 15 minutes away from the lovely town of Stamford in Lincolnshire. I'm right here now at Vow Bridal, which is a bridal shop and suit shop and is run by the lovely couple, married couple, Lisa and Dave. Lisa deals with the bridal side of things and Dave deals with the suits. Today we're going to be concentrating on the bridal and we're going to go behind these doors and I'm going to show you what it's really like to go into a bridal shop. It can be really nerve-wracking if you've never been to try dresses on before, not knowing quite what to expect or what's going to happen on such an occasion can be a little bit fearful. So we're going to squash these fears. We're going to take you inside and we're going to chat to Lisa and you're going to see just exactly how lovely she is and how she's going to put you at ease and make you feel more than comfortable, ready to choose your dream dress.
Welcome to the Vow Bridal Gallery. I'm Lisa and I'm here to show you our bridal room. Come through. So we kind of always say it's never too early, but it can be too late. I guess in an ideal world, you're looking at about a year before the wedding. We have to kind of work backwards, so it's fitting everything in. So we need to do all of the fittings with the seamstress just much nearer to the wedding. We obviously need the dress to be made and sent and shipped to us. So with all of that, the variables that kind of go with that, none of us want to be worried about it arriving. And also, in terms of planning the rest of your wedding, I always think if people have got in their head exactly what dress they're going to wear, if someone's wearing a really sleek, plain dress, rather than a patterned lace dress, the whole vibe of the wedding is probably quite different. So you kind of want to know all of that as far ahead as you like. So if we're ordering a brand new dress for you, then I guess I would say you don't want to be, ideally you don't want to be any closer than certainly 6 months. As I say, ideally a year before. We would be sizing and ordering. We can do some sizing, depending upon the time, we can do some sizing a little bit closer. The best we can get the dress at design stage to fit your body, the better it's obviously going to be. But then we're going to do your fittings with the seamstress. So this is where someone comes and helps make the dress fit perfectly to you, much closer to the wedding. So we're talking about 4 to 8 weeks before the wedding to do those sessions. Then what most people do is leave it with me. We do a final press and steam, so it's all nice and hung up for you. And then people will come and collect just much closer to the wedding. So some people will come and collect sort of on the way to their venue and they can hang it there. Obviously, depending upon what you're doing, some people might want it hanging at home. But that way it's pristine and it's all ready for that day. So we ask people to definitely book an appointment. If we've got an appointment going on and you just walk in off the street, obviously, unfortunately, we can't spend our time with you. And also the whole point of what we do, this is not kind of, about high street, just flicking through and thinking, oh, I might want to try this on. So we do all sorts of different prep beforehand. So booking an appointment gives you that dedicated time. We will also do a bit of a virtual conversation beforehand. So we will prep and get a little bit ahead of the game before you even walk in the door. So we can look at, are you the type of person who will wear a floatier A-line, or are you someone who wants to wear more of a clean lined form-fitting dress? So we'll do all of that prep beforehand. So yeah, get booked in the diary, which you can do via the website, or obviously giving us a call. No, they are free. You're getting our expertise and our dedicated time. We do have various events that happen, and we've got one coming up very soon. That is chargeable, but then you're getting all sorts of different things on that day. But our general appointments are free. Okay, so we always allow a couple of hours. It may be that you don't fill that time. We are not going to make you put lots of dresses on just to fill that time frame, but I found that it just gives us enough time to cover everything that we need to. Gives us that sort of a bit of thinking time as well, and then we can fit everything in.
For me, one of the biggest advantages of coming to Lisa's beautiful bridal boutique is the fact that you can not only indulge in all her beautiful dresses, but you can indulge in the village that it sits in too. Wansford is the most picturesque village and has lots to offer. On the left here, you'll see there's a big, newly refurbished hotel, which is actually also a wedding venue too. It serves delicious meals and afternoon teas. And on the right hand side here is Wansford's very own beautiful coffee shop, which is always busy, so do make sure you book if you intend to go and visit. But I think that the whole day should be full of loveliness, and having places like this right on Val's doorstep is a great way to take advantage of the whole day and enjoy the fact that you're going shopping for that dream dress.
In terms of sizes, we try and have a different range available to try on. So usually around sort of 12s through to 2024 we've got here. But trying on in here is one thing. So honestly, trust me, people have tried on all sorts of different sizes that actually don't necessarily, isn't their own size. So we can work wonders with clips, pins, and extra material. So basically, I tend to just try and have sizes that are going to work generally for most people. When we order for you, then we are measuring and ordering a specific size in a brand new dress that's obviously as close to your body shape as we can get. So there's all sorts of variables that go on. And yes, I would always find out and discuss that with people beforehand. But yeah, all sorts of different sizes in the gallery. So what I always say is, it's not like you're not just flicking through and thinking, oh, I quite fancy trying that one on. This is a huge purchase. This is your wedding dress for your big day. So we like to do as much preparation and follow a process to help you with that. I'm here to help and be involved. I'm so interested in everybody's wedding, the style that they're having, and all of that really helps to focus on what style of dress you wear. So I always say it's about your body shape and being right fit for what suits you, but then it's also about what suits your personality. I often say, you're not modelling for me, we're here to find you your dress for your day. So it still has to be you, and I'm always listening for any supporters who say, oh, that's so you, because that's what we're looking for. But then it has to be right for your style of wedding. So again, I often say you probably pick a different dress if it were a beach in Mexico or the cathedral. So it's just putting everything in context. And then of course it's about what you want to spend or what you don't want to spend. because we have to get it right for you in all those 4 areas. So we will always do some prep to find out about all of those things, so that we can make some suggestions on what you might like to try on when you step in. So we always say, we pride ourselves in meeting so many different people with so many different styles and tastes. So in which case, yes, we have quite a few designers. So for instance, we have Maddie Lane, an Australian brand, kind of famous for more floaty and detailed designs. I mean, this is just beautiful. The amount of sort of intricate lace detail on a lot of these dresses is beautiful, and these ones all tend to come with different coloured underdresses. So there are still some form-fitting dresses within the Maddie Lane range, but we tend to have a bit more on the floatier side. We also stock Thea, so a US company. We have focused more on their plainer, sleeker lined, clean dresses. So we tend to have all sorts of different necklines. So we've got a square neckline, a halter neck, a bardo, a slash. So we've got all sorts of variable styles sort of within that range. We've also just not long had some Dando London designs. So again, we tried to stick to some of the plainer, cleaner lines, but a bit more fuller dresses and or dresses with more structure in them. And we've literally, I received a delivery yesterday of some brand new dresses from Dando London, so we're excited to put those back out on the rail. And then we've got some Kenneth Winston. So we have Kenneth Winston and also their Ella Rosa and Gallery ranges, fuller through to fishtail, so all sorts of different styles within theirs. And then also a silhouette range by Romantica of Devon, and they tend to be sort of more of the curvier style. I guess I would always say, please don't worry, because we will do whatever suits you. But generally, yes, I would come in to the changing room with you. But this is a completely safe space. So we've got a curtain over here, so nobody else in the gallery would ever be involved in your appointment. And in here, which is the changing room, they're basically not that easy to just get on yourself. And we need to make sure that we're giving you the best view of what you will look like in this dress as we can. And so, as I said before, it might not be the perfect size for you at this stage. You're simply trying on my sample. So lots of clips probably going on, pins, different things, and I can always help with that. So yeah, please don't worry. I am literally looking at making you look the best that you can for when you give your supporters the big reveal. I'm not looking at people's legs or other parts of their body at all. So yeah, I hope you think I'm not a scary person and it's a very safe environment. So I always send some top tips beforehand, but basically what I would say, in terms of underwear, people wear whatever, and people tend to wear black. If you can wear something more sort of skin tone colour, then that's probably your best bet. But it doesn't necessarily need to be that way. Most of the dresses will all have structure in the top. So I get asked about bras a lot. I guess in the 10, 11 years we've been open, I think I can count on one hand the amount of brides who have actually worn a bra. And that has been kind of sewn into the dress. Some of these plainer ones this doesn't have any structure in, so we tend to kind of sew cups or different things. So bras, not necessarily needing to worry. Shoes, it depends what you're going to wear on the day, but I guess I would always say a lot of the sample dresses tend to be long. So if you were like me, it could just bunch up around the floor. So even if you're wearing flats on the day, sometimes it's better to bring some heels. And if not, I have some heels that people can try on, just so that it can show you how the bottom of the dress will hang. Personally, I think it's better than standing on a wooden block or something like that. And then I'd always say about hair, if you have slightly longer hair, think about whether you might wear it up or down for the day. If you don't know, it doesn't matter. I've got a clip, but it kind of makes you look at this part, particularly your sort of neck and shoulders, differently in a dress. So if someone says, I am never ever, I'm always going to wear it up, then we should put it up for the appointment. So, you know, no real worries. Don't feel like you have to go and have your hair done. But it's always good for us to have a bit of a clip, and we can chop and change. So we would always say we will do whatever we can to help people. So on a tight budget, on a tight time scale. So there are some dresses that obviously we would be happy to sell from the rail. They are all hopefully in really good condition. We would work with you to work out what style and what size suits you. So yeah, I would always say, you know, we've said before, ideally a year in advance if you're buying a brand new one, but it doesn't have to be like that. So we can do things in a tighter turnaround in a couple of ways. So there might be an opportunity to pay for an express delivery and get a dress made for you quicker, or it may be that a sample, is a good option for you. You can literally take it away on the day, so it helps with our time frame. And obviously there are all sorts of good bargains to be found. So you would have quite a lot of discount from for a lot of the dresses if you take directly from the rail. So we always try to help people where we can. Okay, so you would never be pressurised for a start. You obviously have to be happy. I have to be happy that you're happy with your dress. But obviously, if we're then going to go ahead and order a brand new dress for you, then we ask for a 50% deposit to place the order, and then your balance sort of nearer the time before you come for your dress fittings. So everybody will need some sort of alteration. As much as the dress is made in a size close to your body, there's always different quirks, and we need the dress to fit you perfectly. So you'll be amazed at how uneven we are, and one shoulder or one strap just might need some adjustment. Our hem layers are a good example of where things normally need to be taken up to work with the individual shoes and so on. So there will always be some sort of alteration. We can do that here, yes. So this last year we've worked with a few different people, one of which has come here to the gallery. So we would meet just a couple of times. So we'd have a first session to work out what needs doing. She'd take the gown away, work our magic, and then come back, and hopefully we're all sorted. Obviously I can be quite restrictive as to when we can do that here. So another option which has been really useful for us is another seamstress who has her own studio. So some people, it's worked for some people to go direct to her. She's got a lovely little studio as well. So you've got different options available to you. Of course, you don't have to do that with us. So if you know somebody, then you're very welcome to take the dress away and have those done privately. So we always say, we always advise against it. However, I do appreciate it's how we live our lives. We take a picture of everything. But it really isn't useful. That, I guess that's the point to say. I've never met anybody who has looked at an iPhone photo of themselves standing here and who thinks, oh wow, this is just perfect, because they will scroll in and look at a little bit under here or their chin or whatever, and that's just kind of not helping us focus. So the very best thing is to look in the mirror and to get feedback back from your supporters as well. We shortlist as we go. So what we do is we look at which dress we prefer. If there is then one that we just need at the end of the session to have a photograph to remember, then we will properly pose. As I said before, the dresses just won't fit completely perfectly. You might have different clips. So, we do have to take that into consideration. It's very different to how a supporter can photograph someone trying a dress on to how your professional photographer will photograph you in your dress on the big day. There's a vast difference. So it's a difficult one because I do know it's how we live our lives. But yeah, again, we'd follow a process to help you. So some people will look at veils sort of in their initial appointment with their dress. So for instance, we're kind of balancing that whole overall look, but with you obviously focusing on your dress. But if you look at this type of veil, for instance, this is a very statement veil. It's obviously only going to go with certain dresses, but for instance, like a plainer dress, that might well be something that has a big impact on the dress that you pick. So I guess I'm kind of saying you would look at that as an overall picture, and people might well be connecting the two there. Other people will focus on their dress and then think, I'll come back and look at veils another time. But for instance, so down here is a good example. You can have your initials on a dress, but you've got sort of the lace trim. So again, depending upon how the bottom of the dress is that you pick will determine the level of detail, whether we want a trim, whether we want just pattern throughout the body of the veil, and where we, what length and so on. So some of that we can do within the initial appointment. Other times, if that's more of a distraction, we can do that at a later date. We will always work with the individual on that. I mean, for instance, so the Maddie Lane dresses in particular are really quite good at this type of thing. So here's a dress where you've got some drapey sort of sleeves around the arms, but they're completely detachable. So this can all come off. So somebody might not like it at all. Somebody else might want it completely fixing. Oh, see, it's so tight, I can't get it on. Somebody might want it fixing because they're going to have it all day. Somebody else might want it just making a little bit tight to be more of a cap sleeve. So there's lots of things like that going on. They do a lot of sort of drapey arms, particularly people like it sort of around the tops of their arms. So there's lots like that. And if not, we can create things. And then there's always like the plainer dresses. Sometimes people just want a little something. So there's lace or there's beading detail that we can just add just to personalise things. So again, I always say if it's something little that makes a huge difference, then obviously we'll work with people to do that.
I had so much fun over at Val Bridal in Wansford recording this video. Lisa's so much fun and we had such a great day together. What you didn't get to see was the tea and the cake that we indulged in at lunchtime. But remember, the whole reason we made this video was because we wanted to squash some fears that we thought you guys might be having before you go wedding dress shopping. We want you to enjoy and indulge in your wedding dress shopping. I know we all have white bits, wobbly bits, veiny bits that we're all a bit worried about and we don't want to get out in front of somebody else. But somebody like Lisa and everybody that owns a bridal shop is going to have one thing in mind, and that is to find your dream dress and make you look amazing for your wedding day. If there's one thing I've learned over my years, it's that perfection is actually embracing your imperfections. So please don't be worried about going dress shopping. Please enjoy it and embrace it. It's such fun and you will have a lovely day. Lisa also stocks the multi-way bridesmaid dress, and she has them available in lots of different colours. This dress can be worn in many different ways, as the title suggests, and suits lots of different shapes and sizes. Huge thank you to Lisa for being absolutely lovely and allowing me in her bridal gallery for the whole day shooting this video. She answered any questions that I put to her completely truthfully, honestly, off the cuff, and was really lovely. As you can see, Val is recognised throughout the whole wedding community and has won many awards as Wedding Boutique of the Year. We will definitely be coming back to Val very soon because I want to talk to Dave, Lisa's husband, about all things formal wear. Dave deals with everything from dicky bows to shoes and everything in between. We want to know lead times, preparations, alterations, and everything that you guys need to know to get your suits and your men ready for the big day. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. Please do subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying our videos. Remember, we're on a mission to make your wedding planning real, affordable, and most of all, excitable. Give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, but best of all, hit that subscribe button. Until next time.